This week's episode is brought to you by The Simple Pour, featuring our signature drink, Horsepower. For all of your beverage concierge needs, head on over to The Simple Pour. Simple name, extraordinary taste. Enjoy the show.
You are now listening to the Pour Horsemen podcast.
But pouring up is a lifestyle.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Pour Horsemen.
Also subscribe to our Apple and our Spotify podcast,
The Pour Horsemen.
Let's get it.
Crack in the kitchen, Lil Raw's on the mission. Break the bars out, screens in my expedition. Screens in my lack, yo, my trunk crack. Break the bars off, it's like this and like that.
Okay, so back to what we was talking about. Now I was a little frustrated at people who thought. I think people took it literally. I think they took saying like the athletes of 2012 would beat the athletes of 92, and I don't disagree with that. I think the athletes are better in 2012, but the players were. That team wasn't better than them boys in 92.
Is this good?
Yeah, you perfect.
Yeah, you
perfect.
good. Yeah, people got
perfect.
Just gotta scoot up a little bit.
bias.
Just gotta scoot up a little bit.
You goddamn right, I'm perfect, nigga.
Go ahead, JC. What was you saying?
My scale is perfect.
What was you saying, JC?
I just think people got current bias and they don't look at all the mechanics that go into playing a full basketball game with starting lineup with Jordan, Pippen, and Magic and all them boys versus LeBron, Kobe, Wade, and Carmelo, and Olympic Carmelo at that. Like, that's different. So it's just like, people don't go into all the mechanics with that shit. They just got current bias. And, the 2012 team was cold because I seen them play. So
yeah, I mean, the 2012 team has better athletes. I don't think any, because that's what people tried to argue me down on. Like, yeah. and I got like 10 messages in my phone where they was like, nah, man, nobody can guard Kobe, Bron, and Melo. And I was like, I think Pippen, Jordan, and who else was it locked down on that team?
Chris Mullin?
Nah, Mullin wasn't no lockdown.
Exactly.
They had other defenders.
They only had Pippen and Jordan on the wings that could really just clamp up somebody. Clyde Drexler gonna get ate up.
Can Carmelo play good wing defense?
Not wing defense, but he played the paint. He'll hold the paint down. Not wing though. Not wing though.
Carmelo, man.
I'm trying to think about it. And then people don't think about, like, we got stretch fours now. Like, people stretch fours and they can guard guards out in the wing. Like, it's plenty of them in India.
I'm taking an automatic 2 over any 3 balls. Any 3 balls.
Oh, you with the 92?
I think 92. I still think 92 beats them, man. I
do too, bro.
I just can't see it, bro. Like,
who's guarding Durant?
Nobody.
Who's guarding Carmelo?
Somebody will.
Somebody can guard Melo.
Wait,
no,
2012
Melo. Olympic Melo is different.
Don't disrespect my guy, dog.
And I'm always disrespecting Carmelo, but Olympic Carmelo. I remember that shit.
Now I don't want us to stay on this too long. Episode 93. Is there any player, anything significant in 1993?
93, number 93. I know who was number 93? Was it Curse number 93? The Freak?
Man, just call it 3-peat.
Nah, it's the Freak. 93, the Freak.
Javon Curse?
I was about to say, I only know one Freak.
The Eagles?
Freaky Phil, man.
Let's get right into the documentary. We had episode 7 and 8. Yep. To me, these were the best episodes because it was finally stuff that I cared about. Yep. I cared about when they started trying to win this 1998 championship, and I think they finally got into it for me with that. What's y'all first impressions, episode 7 and 8?
All right, so I loved how they ended it. First off, how they went into that Pacers, because that Pacers,
they were good.
That Pacers series was cold. Jalen Rose was killing him and Miller. But I like how they ended it on that, and then like how they ended it on 7 with Jordan calling for a break because he was crying out urine. Man, that shit was dope as hell. Like that nigga, the emotion, and I like how they got into the gambling with his dad. You know what I'm saying? And then they brought in how it could have been related to his gambling, and then how he could have possibly been suspended. So I thought they was gonna pull, like, hold their punches. Nah, they let them hoes go. They talked about everything.
Mm-hmm. I would say just keep it. Would you ask the question? How was this the best episode?
Yeah, just first impressions on 7.
Yeah, first impressions. Yeah, like he said, emotional. I like my great players, or the players I admire, to be emotional and vulnerable. So we got that side of Jordan, that when he ended episode 7 on that quote he said about, if you want to play with me, this is what you're gonna have to do. And just they showcased the rebirth of him going to baseball, then coming back, and it's how this nigga didn't change jerseys during the playoffs and shit. But just showing the whole rebirth of how he reinvented himself and then came back in '96 and wrecked shop.
Yeah,
I like the rebirth and emotional.
Yeah, piggybacking off of them, that ending for me when he started to tear up, it really gave me chills. Like, knowing that this man was like dedicated to winning that much, that's it. And then just seeing how he was with his teammates, how demanding he was of them. Like the one little clip where he like, I'm gonna pass you the ball. Be ready when I pass you the ball. And then he, for a second, he look at him. Then he like, I'm like, yo, if he passed me the ball, I'm gonna make sure I put it in the hole for him too. But he's just demanding of it. He want to get the best out of you. Pretty much. That's what I got.
I mean, the thing I thought, he wasn't going to make it to the major leagues. And they tried to make it seem like...
Hey, I was thinking about that too.
Bro, like, they tried to make it seem like, first off, batting 200, you suck.
I swear to God.
I know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, JC. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking about that because I watched the 30 for 30 Jordan rides the bus.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, and they was talking about the season, and they tried to paint it on the documentary like he was actually looking ahead to be one of a prime player on the White Sox. It's like, bro, that's not how they depict that shit in other documentaries.
Bro, all it was...
They put him on for a PR stunt.
Yes, it was to sell tickets. Reinsdorf didn't want to lose the bread that he was already losing from the Bulls. I mean, he's the owner of the White Sox and the Bulls. So when MJ was like, yo, and I almost really believe now that, so the conspiracy theory of him being suspended, I really believe it now, because why would Reinsdorf let him go play baseball under the same umbrella?
Easily.
Like, MJ had no skill in baseball, bro. Like,
he was still getting paid.
Yeah,
his same salary.
He was still, and that's why I'm saying, I think Reinsdorf didn't want him just suspended without getting any bread. I think they concocted this, I want to go back and play baseball thing, because, bro, he sucked. I mean, I hate to say it. He sucked at baseball. And I don't expect him to be any good. I don't expect him to be good. He's been playing basketball for 15 years.
Your body type got to be a whole different level to play baseball, believe it.
I mean, look at the difference between white Sammy Sosa and him. MJ wasn't going to be as good as white Sammy Sosa, bro.
He wasn't even going to be average. Like they talk about Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was a fucking athlete and he could play.
Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders.
Like Deion Sanders could play.
They played baseball. They never stopped. They played in college. Then when they was two sport athletes, MJ played he stopped playing baseball at 15 and never played again until he was 30. That don't work, bro. Like,
no, not at all.
That don't work.
That's how powerful this man was, bro.
Yes.
He changed jerseys in the middle of a playoff series.
Wait, we'll get there.
Bro, that's amazing.
What did y'all think of? What did y'all think of the stories with like Scott Burrell and Steve
That's what
Kerr,
I wanted to get into.
Like his hazing. Because MJ was clearly hazing them.
Listen. In any aspect, we all play sports. If someone was to tell me make the free throw hole or anything like that. We boxing in the locker room. This is a true story. There was a guy when I went to my first school, MacU. There's a guy named Espinoza, and he called me a bitch while we was playing. It's like the first week, probably like the first week we was there, and he was like, "Some bitch." Like I was like, okay. I ain't like, oh, you got me fucked up. I said, when we get in the locker room, we gonna check paper. And he was like, what the fuck that mean and all that? I was like, when we get into the locker room, we gonna check paper. We get in the locker room. Mind you, this happened like in the beginning of the practice. We get into the locker room, everybody just like calm. They kind of forgot about it. I went up to the dude and slapped him straight in his mouth, like, pow! And then we got to fighting. There's no way in hell I don't give a fuck if you Michael Jordan. I don't give a damn if you Barack Obama. If you was to call me out my goddamn name just on a common thing, like, fuck that. Like, come on, dude.
Here's the thing. Here's the difference. He knows who to do that to. So I played with, and I was on a championship team in high school, and I played with Jaquiz Rogers. He was our leader, but he wasn't really outspoken like that. But when we playing, he'll talk shit to you. Jaquiz only did that shit to people like, what was my man name? The black dude?
Scott Burrell.
And Casey, you know Mark. So he'll do that to like a guy like Mark that's gonna like kind of like take it and just kind of like throw a little bit back at him, but just kind of take it. But Mark was the type of guy, he wasn't like he wasn't a key player on our team. He wasn't confrontational, but he wasn't a key player, but he was our guy. So guys like him, like Jordan and Jaquiz and like those leaders like that, when they mouthy in practice like that, they gonna pick and choose who they gonna do that shit to. Because if you come at a JC, like I fucked Jaquiz in practice one time, just for that type of shit, just competitive shit. But he didn't all that jokey shit like, oh bitch, make your free throw and this and that and the third. He didn't come at me like that. It was just on some competitive shit.
So you've been in a fight. You've been in a fight with your teammate. We know KC how that ass had. Phil, have you ever been in a fight with your teammates?
No, because I was really like Mike on my team.
And you knew who to do that shit to.
Yeah, man, you do know who to do it to. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's what I'm saying.
You do know who to. You do know. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Hey, crazy. Look, I'm for real though. You do know who to pick with. And it's just like, I'm gonna just play devil's advocate. Let's just say Scott Burrell said, all right, fuck that, like Casey said. And he mopped the floor with Jordan. You think he gonna have a job?
Hell no. Sure he not. That's what's fucked up.
That's the ending of his career.
In the league. League.
He's not gonna get back in the league. Trust me, he's not. At that time anyway, especially. So if you fuck Michael Jordan up, one, he gonna lose his career and his job. I mean, I heard Scott Burrell was like a good baseball player too. He could have went and played Major League Baseball, but it's that fear factor of not only will he might whoop my ass, but I know I'm going to lose my job for real if I beat up Michael Jordan. So it's like, damn.
Yeah.
And that's why Jordan was a fucking bully, because
he was a bully.
He was.
Like, he knew that. He knew that this nigga,
he was a bully, bro.
Stand up for himself and he beats me up. He's out of here. He's done.
Yeah. He's a bully because he had all the power. He's like Donald Trump. You can't say nothing to him because he got all the power.
Like, I don't think he's that much of an asshole though. Let's just say if he popped off and slapped Mike one day, like he just fall out of bed and he came to practice. Mike said some fuck shit to him. He slapped him. They would have probably fought in practice, but I think Mike would have advocated for him if they was talking about trading him or getting rid of him. Like, nah, that's our guy. I was fucking with him. He slapped me. We got to fighting, and that's it. I wouldn't say that.
Did you not see what happened with Steve Kerr? Or better yet, did you not see what happened with Craig Hodges?
Yeah, Craig. Yeah, they fought.
I don't know what happened to Craig Hodges.
Craig Hodges got into it with Jordan. Craig Hodges talked about his politics.
Yep.
And then Craig Hodges never saw the NBA again.
Ever.
That's different.
But it's not. It's because he got the power.
Based around
he got the power.
No, well, I'm talking about we're talking about in the realm of competition. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Fucking with the guy. You know what I'm saying? That he's fucking with his politics. That's personal.
Yeah, I see what he's saying. He's separating the heat of the battle versus things outside of basketball.
Yeah.
Like, I guess Hodges, maybe
like
MJ felt like he crossed the line because he talked about stuff outside of basketball.
Yeah. That's just like if you fucking
new.
with somebody's girl or something.
I never knew Steve Kerr punched Jordan first.
Yeah, that was new. That was new.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
I knew.
I knew Jordan punched him in the eye. I ain't know Steve Kerr punched first.
And what was whack about this, bro? There was way too much BJ Armstrong in this documentary. That dude, bro.
He probably financed it.
They made it seem like BJ had the juice, bro. Like he was.
Bro, BJ, he averaged 9.8 points per game for his entire career.
BJ was nice, bro. Early was nice.
But he wasn't nice like that.
His career high was 15 a game, and that was the year Jordan left. Horace Grant career high was 15 a game, and that was the year Jordan left. Both of them were all-stars, averaging 15 points per game.
That's why they was happy when Jordan left. They said they asked Pippen how everybody felt when Jordan left. They was like, it was the best season ever. They was tired of Jordan bullying them, man.
So with Pippen, how do y'all feel about like what Pippen did now that they put it back out there and like how he talked about it? How y'all feel like in today's game, if somebody say like LeBron or somebody was just not to go into the game, it'll be a wrap.
Yeah, they'll crucify Braun. But
hell no.
Let's keep it on number twos. Let's say AD, Anthony Davis aside. Okay. Like say Braun is hurt and Anthony Davis stands in as the guy. And then what's the coach? Who's the coach again? For the Lakers?
Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel decides that somebody what's the guy named? Kuzma takes the game winning shot and AD decides to sit down. He'll get crucified too.
Oh yeah.
And if Kuzma hit the shot.
Exactly.
Would he get
he would get crucified too. So but I look at another aspect like Pippen had a reason to do that.
No, he didn't.
In that moment.
No, he didn't, bro.
Listen, this is why. This is the only reason why. Now think about this. You had Pippen, who's been the number 2 guy for the entire time. Now, you wouldn't have Phil Jackson wouldn't even thought about anybody being a decoy if Jordan was there. Jordan's taking that shot. So now you got Pippen, who's supposed to be that guy, who's been that guy the entire year, led them to where they at, and you tell him he's going to be the decoy taking the ball out, and then, mind you, the person that he drawing the play up is the guy that they brought in to supposedly replace him down the road, and then is already making more money than him before even playing the game. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like, not when that moment, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like he was just outspoken already, like, I'm that guy. He never was just, like, really outlandishly talking to the media and shit. So he was probably internalizing, like, Phil got me fucked up. This fucked up. This supposed to be my moment.
Not when your team structure is already in sync. Y'all already know each other. Y'all been around each other. Y'all won 3 championships. You don't pull a stunt like that. I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't.
That's selfish. You don't pull a stunt like
that. You say for three championships. You're right. Kukoc wasn't there for neither.
That's fine, one of them. But that's one guy. And it ain't his fault. That's him and Phil's situation.
That's the thing. He was doing that shit for Phil.
I say never quit on your team, man.
I say that too, but
especially in the playoffs. If it was a regular season,
the playoffs, like he's saying,
against the Knicks too.
Though. It's a devil. I mean, it's like
no doubt. I get what you're saying. All your points are valid though.
I get where you're coming from, but look, being a part of a team that y'all are jailed together, y'all been around each other for so many years, and y'all got 3 championships, and your main guy is playing basketball, and you're supposed to be the guy. I get you, but you don't pull the trigger on a stunt like that in the playoffs. What was it? 3 seconds left. Like, you don't do that shit. And he called up the play, and he asks him, "What you doing?
Are you coming back in the game?" And he said, "No."
I think he said, "Fuck him,"
because he wanted him to take the ball out. You gonna say you're gonna be a decoy and just run across the court or some shit? This nigga wanted him to take the fucking ball out.
Let's fast forward to Chicago versus Cleveland, and David Blatt writes up a play for Braun to take out the ball for the last shot, and Braun like, nah, fuck that. Give me the ball. And
Braun did that.
He scratched that shit.
He scratched it.
Fuck that. Give me the ball, and we're gonna run this shit how I want to run this shit. And he hit the damn shot. But I think Pippen should have been like, Coach, I don't agree with this. I
think Pippen should have stole the ball from Coach like Alfonso Ribeiro did from Will Smith.
But
Fresh Prince.
we also talking about a guy coach in Phil Jackson. Like,
no doubt.
I think
no doubt.
Yeah, you ain't going against his.
You ain't going against Phil. Yeah,
like you ain't going against Popovich. You're not going against Popovich.
At the same time, they meshed together because they were both linked to Mike. Yeah. His success came from Mike. So this was their first year together, just them on them. So in a way, he felt betrayed. Like, cause nigga, I'm like, I've been with you with Mike. Our success came together as a trio. Mike is gone. I'm balling this year. You gonna take the ball out of my hand for a nigga that's
won All-Star MVP that year. He won All-Star MVP that year.
He did.
I'm not ever saying to quit on your team, but that was fucked up. I can understand as a man how he would feel some type of way. And
I got a quick observation. I think there's a way that the NBA can come back and do just like they did when they built Jordan his own gym for Space Jam. They need to just put up like 10 of those in Vegas.
They said they were doing it in Orlando.
But they need to build more courts just like that. Put the cameras in there so we could all see it. Just have your refs.
It'll go down.
The cameras, the players, and let them take their day ones and one side. And I think we'll be straight.
I like that. I want to touch on something. I want to touch on something that we discussed last pod. Larry Bird, man.
You back on Bird?
Yeah. Because I had to go do some research on Bird.
Oh my God.
I was not able to see all the Bird games. I caught him at the tail end. I can't put Kevin Durant over Larry Bird right now. I can't do it.
Tell us why, though. Tell us why.
First of all, the man won a championship his second year in the league. I made a mistake. He didn't win back-to-back MVPs. He won 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, KD ain't on that.
Man, he won 3 MVPs in a row. And in case he sent me the numbers, they wasn't mind-blowing. He didn't average like 30 or 40, but still he won 3 in a row, regardless of the fact.
And he was the first person ever to do 50, 40, 90.
Exactly.
So, but that wasn't in them MVP years.
He still was the first person ever, though.
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
Who else won 3 MVPs in a row? I don't know.
Jordan did.
Oh, he did?
And didn't Bron win 11, 12, and 13?
I think he won 2. He only won 2.
He won 4 MVPs.
He won 2 in a row.
Rose running like 12.
No, Derrick Rose won in 9. And Bron was mad.
LeBron MVP.
Didn't he win in 9 and wasn't he the youngest?
12.
Derrick Rose didn't win in 9.
Derrick
Rose
came
in the league in like...
Nah.
Derrick Rose won it in 2010.
Yeah, it was like his second. It was like Derrick Rose won it like his second and third year though, because he was the youngest ever. He was like 21.
Yeah, I know he was the youngest ever, but I think it was like 2010. Okay, it was LeBron's. It was Bron's first year in Miami.
Yeah,
gotcha.
He gave him problems in that.
It was 2010, 2011 season.
Okay.
Derrick Rose won, but anyway, he won 3 MVPs in a row. Mm-hmm. He won 3 championships.
Okay.
As the leader of his team, he didn't join.
But them teams was incredible though. Like the Lakers with Magic and them boys, and in Boston with Bird and them boys, they won every championship in the 80s.
Who shoot better? Bird or Kevin Durant?
Bird.
Durant.
Nah, Bird is a better shooter. Bird is a better shooter.
It's tough. Who a better rebounder? Bird or Durant?
I get that to Bird.
Who a better assist man, Bird or Durant?
I get that to Bird.
Who a better free throw shooter, Bird?
We ain't doing free throws. Nah, we ain't doing free throws.
I'm just saying.
Calvin Murphy.
All right, look. Let me advocate for KD real quick. Okay. Go you got now. Everybody gonna keep hanging this shit over his head with this Warrior stuff.
I don't care.
Mind you. In one of those games when he brought them back single-handedly, he had, what was it, 37, I think? And no, he had 40. He had 40 something. And Curry had 10. Klay Thompson had 10. And Draymond had 10.
Game 3.
And he hit the go-ahead shot.
Yep.
So you got that, and he won 2 championships, 2 final MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
He won the regular season MVP. He has 2 Olympic medals.
Okay.
And then it's still going. This nigga's only 31.
That's true.
So he injury prone now.
His story is not even finished yet.
He injury prone now, though. You know, he had the foot, the Liz Frank, and now the Achilles. So he injury prone now.
Isn't the game easier whether Steph Curry or Klay Thompson is struggling? You still not gonna lead them, brothers. You still not gonna lead them.
Do you not know who was on the Celtics? Hold up. That second year he won, he had Tiny Archibald.
They had everybody. Everybody was. That's what I said.
Hold on, Tiny Archibald was old at that time.
But the Lakers
still running the show.
The Lakers and the Celtics won every. That's what people don't get about the '80s, bro. Until Detroit got there, the Lakers and the Celtics won every championship.
Until who?
Until the Detroit Pistons got there.
And that's inaccurate. Sixers won too.
Sixers won.
Sixers won in 83.
82, 83.
Okay, then everyone after that was Lakers or Celtics.
Yeah. Nah, do your fact checks.
That's the facts. Like everyone. Like so, when did Bird get in the league?
He's saying yes. No, he can't. Yeah, he came saying yes. Magic.
What year is that?
Came same year. 79.
Okay,
79, 80. Yeah.
Magic won in 79, 80.
Yeah.
The Sixers got a bullshit one. Then it was Lakers and Celtics after that.
It was Magic. Shit. See, I told
got too excited.
Look, it was Magic. And then Bird, and then
Dr. J,
and then Magic. Was
Magic
it Magic
again?
Nah,
they won back to back.
Magic. I know, but they did it like late, like 80, 86, 87, or 87, 88 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
They did it later.
Back.
So I think Bird may have won at 84.
But either way, all right. So we got to get off the basketball talk. I mean, we stayed on it for.
I had one more thing about the documentaries.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more thing about so the Jordan's dad died. They got into all that. They painted the narrative. They didn't do like speculation around how he died. They didn't like go into the court cases and all that. That's a whole documentary in itself.
I agree.
But from what they laid out, how do y'all feel about all this conspiracy?
Jordan was involved in that too.
I said it. It's Jordan was definitely involved.
Yeah.
It revolves around his gambling in some capacity.
I would think so too. And it evolves around that nigga he get lost in golf too, Slim Bull. Because Slim went to prison. And
you don't have no Jerry curl like that. You're a villain if you got a Jerry curl like that. It's just as simple as that.
When he got out of prison,
sideburns like Phil, you're a fucking villain.
Yo,
you're a goddamn villain.
Yo, on Netflix right now, they got Paul Bunyan and my guy got the sideburns just like Phil on Netflix right now. Like
Paul Bunyan, you talking about John Henry?
John Henry, my bad. Yeah, they got John Henry. He got the sideburns just like him.
I keep planning to watch that. I'm gonna watch that. I've watched Above the Rim like 3 times.
I watched Above the Rim twice now. Yeah, I watched it twice. Matter of fact, we might do a nostalgic pod. So if you watch the Casey, I might want you on.
I can give you the stats. Tommy Shepard had 34 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. He had 34 points.
I told him you can't really speculate a couple of those threes because you don't know
if they were behind the line. Yeah.
And then I ranked the 5 players that was the best in that tournament. It was Tommy Shepard, Motalk,
yeah.
Number 41 from the red team
with the like flat top thing.
Yeah, he looked like Iverson.
Yeah,
he was killing. He was killing Kylie Watson. Then I put Kylie Watson at 4.
That nigga double like 3 times.
Number 52 from the Bird.
The big dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do y'all know in one clip that nigga caught the ball in the air, he threw it, and he caught it himself and did a dunk.
Yeah. And then he pointed at the crowd. He was like,
all right, so I want to transition a little bit. This is probably more somber tone than we usually have. but we got to talk about God rest his soul, Ahmaud Arbery, and not talk about how he was killed. We got to talk about how crazy people are, bro. There is a Facebook page now with like 100,000 people, and they donate money, Justice for Gregory and Travis, because they said that, and their quote is, he tried to disarm a armed citizen. That's why they tried to get them out of prison. Like, not that he was just running and doing what he does, but he tried to disarm an armed citizen. Like,
yeah, that's their defense.
I don't get it, bro.
That shit is crazy. I made a mistake in I was jogging, and I kept seeing it. This was like last week when the video first came out, and I was jogging, and I made a mistake and clicked on the fucking video.
I won't watch it, bro.
While I was jogging. I was like, God damn, that shit pissed me off, bro. I'm always jogging.
I watched it while I was in the bathroom at work. I almost had to clock out because I was pissed. I was like, yeah, I can't be around these kids right now. I was mad as shit as a black man. That shit hurt my feelings. Like that
hurt, bro.
That shit wild. Like we can't do nothing like at all. You like, it's crazy as hell how much white people get a pass on. You see niggas with a bazooka at Subway.
Bro, a bazooka,
a
rocket launcher.
A goddamn rocket launcher bazooka. Nigga had that bitch on his back casually. I seen another nigga had some kind of makeshift gun with a 2x4 on it.
Yep.
And it's like, yo, these niggas can do anything they want. Nigga, if you another crazy ass white person charged up a police officer with an axe. Like trying to I'm like, dog. And as a nigga that got beat up by the cops for not doing shit, I broke up a fight in OKC and got my ass whooped by the cops. So, nigga, it's like nothing we can do. You know what I'm saying?
And look, for a guy like me who never been arrested, to be like, I've been harassed by cops and white people calling the police on me and shit like that. Like, I've had that happen to me, and I'm a civilian. I've never been in trouble. Like, I've never been inside a cop car. Like, I've been chased by the cops and all that dumb shit when I was back in the hood, but like, I'm the civilian, but just because I'm black and the way I dress, and they just pinpoint you being the thug or whatever. Like,
this episode is brought to you by Velvet Noir Beard Care. Our listeners get 15% off with the promo code GUILD. That's GUILD on all products across the website. Go to velvetnoirbc.com to retrieve your discount. That's VELVETNOIRBC.com. Now back to the show.
I mean, y'all been to my neighborhood a number of times, and we got a lot of homes that are under construction. And this is not like my wife will tell y'all this all the time because we used to talk about this. Like, she would go walk in those houses and like look around and see what it looks like before it was done. And I would always tell her, I'm never doing that. Like, I didn't even want to go in my house that we were building before it was done until like I had the paperwork signed. Or I would let them know, hey, I'm going to check out XYZ because I want to make sure you're doing it right. I'm coming to check this out. And not because I was afraid to get shot, but yo, police will harass you. They'll drive by you to see why you're checking it out. And let alone, because in his instance, you know, he didn't know what he was going into. But they're going to have to kill me too. Like, no one's going to run up on me in a truck and a gun and not expect for me to not try to react. I'm going to try to save my life.
Being.
Nah, bro, like some people will stand down. Some people will stand down. Some people will literally like get on the ground and be like,
he came up on him.
I think they shot him before he even tried to get the weapon. Yeah.
The guy that was in the back of the truck shot him, and then the guy got out. And
why the fuck were they videoing that? Like, that's where did this video come from? Thank God the video is there.
They hunters. They're hunters.
But where did that video come from?
Bruh.
That was the third guy. He's being charged too. I forgot his name, but they charged him.
And what's fucked up too? His cousin is a safety for the Lions.
Oh, hell. Yeah.
And I don't even think he knew. Or something, I don't know. But it came out that he was like a cousin of the Tracy Wilson of the Lions. That shit crazy.
What you said. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Phil.
I was just saying that it don't really affect me because I feel like I know what I kind of train my mind to say, okay, what would I do in these situations? So when I see things like this, definitely I'm like sad. I feel bad, but I start to train myself. Okay, Phil, if you was in this situation, what would you do? How would you make sure that you're able to get back to your son and to your family? You know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset that I think about. But I get scared for my son.
No doubt.
In the future, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I get that's what terrifies me the most, man.
Phil, I'm gonna say this because I actually do that as well. I
think we all do. Yeah.
I have my impulses like where I can't like, I lose it on some little trigger things, but it's triggered behind that incident with those cops. Like I told y'all, the reason why I don't fuck with that word bitch, being called a bitch at all, it's related to that cop. It's related to them cops. But like for someone that trained his brain and stuff like that, and mind you, prior to that incident, I've been in trouble. I did my stuff. I'm okay with that. But at that certain instance, it was baffling because it was like, yo, I had people that I didn't even know, like, coming to my aid, telling these people he didn't do anything wrong. He broke up the fight. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get everything in order, and yet I was getting harassed. And then I couldn't even defend myself because, like I said, I went to go swing on that cop. And to this day, I think it's the grace of God that, like, kind of turned me because I was going to hit this nigga. Like, and that would have probably been, it wouldn't have been no Big Show on no Pour Horsemen podcast. Because, shit, I was content. I was about to knock this nigga out.
But yeah,
luckily, I didn't. And
thank God you didn't, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, though, because, like, you can say, you train yourself, but in that moment, you questioning, like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do to, not let this shit happen? Because it's like we don't have any control at all. Man, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up that y'all all said the same thing. Y'all have to train yourself, and you're talking about how you gotta prep your son and all that. As human beings, we should not have to do that. That's why it's insane that us black folks we have to prep our generations for the bullshit that we gotta deal with in the United States of America. When it comes to police, white people, and just being outside as a black man. Like we the only race that has to do that. And that's fucked up. And it's almost second nature for us to do it, and you don't feel like it's like a
definitely
like
not.
Second nature to do
it's
it.
definitely
like,
not. So, yes, it's conditioning. Like I don't think anything. Like if I see a law, like now I roll down my windows. Like period. I don't care if I'm going 80 on the highway. I roll down my windows just because one time they stopped me because of my tent. And I'm like, yo, like my tent's not even really that bad. Like stuff like that. Or, just random things where you're conditioned to, all right, I got to make it home. Like Phil said it exactly. I just got to make it home. Yeah, like, whatever I got to do to get home, I need to get home.
I think I told you one time, so Keelan, we was riding. I was in Dad's truck. We was going somewhere, and he was just with me. And he had a gun. He had his toy gun. It was he spray painted all black. So it was like all black. And I was like, Keelan, put that cover over that gun. And he like to question shit. But he did it, but he was like, why I gotta do that? And I had to explain to this dude, like,
I've been told him that I told his parents, his mom, and like, throw this shit away.
This was a while back, but I had to explain to a black kid why this is a thing.
But transitioning, because this shit got too dark. When you talked about going into like those houses being built, so in high school, I had sex in one of those.
I already knew where this was going. You should have been arrested and charged with every crime, indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, lewd and lascivious conduct, like everything possible. And you know who else should have been charged with that? Earl Thomas. And I want to get right into that because that's a good transition. So who want to give us details on
Please, because I don't know
Earl
what's
Thomas
going
situation?
You know the whole thing?
I know. So, Earl Thomas the third. This nigga, him and his brother are scumbags. They're assholes. So apparently him and his wife get in an argument. He goes to hang with his brother. They get an Airbnb.
A stabbing cabin.
And they knocking down hoes in the same bed. The wife finds out because she logs into his Snapchat and sees all these new videos, this, that, and the third, pun intended, and finds his location. She found this nigga location through Snapchat. So on Snapchat, to find someone's location, if they make one of those Bitmojis, those cartoons, they show that they pin that little cartoon at their location. So she probably saw this nigga cartoon version of himself and this brother of his cartoon version there too, with a hole in between.
Bro, women are investigators, bro. Like they're better than the FBI.
Like, and so she gets there. Not only did she get there, she called the brother's wife as well.
Oh yeah, I missed that part. I thought it was just a friend. It was a wife. Okay,
and the brother's wife as well. They all three go up there. She puts a pistol to this man's head
with one in the chamber.
With one in the chamber. She didn't even. She took the clip out.
She didn't know there was one in the chamber.
She did not know it was one in the chamber.
And the friends got the other people in the house hostage with knives.
Yeah, and they holding knives up on people.
Yeah, like not your regular knives, like steak knives and like the big ones, like the ones you sold like Cutco that people would go door to door.
Hey, initially when I saw this shit, I was like, bro, if this is not a BET movie or like a 2000s video.
The wildest shit though. This is the wildest thing of all of it. This is the wildest shit. This nigga thought he could get ahead of it by making an Instagram video talking about, we got things we working things out. We got situations gonna come up on TMZ that this happened, but we're working it out, and y'all pray for us. And then it came out. It was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, we need Law. I know I'm gonna talk to you about this. I want to start the pod with his apology. Like his IG, because it was wild. It was like, it was like we were gonna find out that he had just like gambled away some money, or maybe. But it was wild because he almost died. Like he almost died over that. So
like literally, she would have just like been like on some threatening shit and just like pulled the trigger like on some boom. Nigga. That nigga would have been dead. She had that pistol dead to rights to his temple. Dog, that shit. Bro, don't cheat. That's why you don't cheat.
Well, I think he also had. They were running the train. They were also running the train, and I think when you get that wild, it's gonna come back to you eventually.
That whale was bad.
I mean, I think there's valid reasons for everybody to do something. So I don't know. I don't know his reasons. I can't speak on no man's life. I can't.
That's true.
I don't know what their relationship is. That's what I'm saying. I think what made this wilder is that it was him and his brother in the same bed. Like that's the wildest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's weird, bro. Not as
that's weird as fuck. Hey, look, bro, you gotta hit that right, bro. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck kind of shit is this? This ain't football practice, nigga.
Hey, look, bro. Let's talk. Let's pod now. KC, we never had women to get like a tag team type thing. Like we never like if you had a girl, I never was talking to a friend or nothing like that.
Like a double date type shit.
Yeah. No, we haven't had that before. Never.
No.
So that's why it's weird. It's just like, because I don't want to see you all romantic. I mean, we grown men now, but like back when we was like wilding in the streets. Like I
I don't think
want to
there
see
should
him
ever
like
be
that.
a scenario where you're in the same room with your brother and y'all piping down.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
should be
Like,
no. Listen, it shouldn't be a scenario where you in another. I mean, you're in a room with another man in that damn scenario. Pimp C said it. Like
What's Pimp C
in
bars
high
again?
school,
Because I can't remember. What did he say? I can't remember either, but I do remember what you're talking about.
I know he said it. We can get law.
Okay.
We can get law to bring that up too. But I kid you not, in high school, it used to be presented all the time like it was fucking regular. Hey, so-and-so talking about running train. I was like, nigga, no. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm not doing that shit. I have never, ever even contemplated the thought of running train with other niggas with a girl. Now,
I don't think that's a positive situation. I mean, there's just, I mean,
ran train on at two girls. Ran train.
I guarantee JC has, because football dudes is wild. Football dudes do the wildest stuff.
Don't try to fucking put me in it. Do not try to.
And Phil's nickname is Freaky, so I know for a fact.
Yeah, it can't be like three people can't sit in a room.
Oh, whoa. He talking about football niggas and Freaky Phils. Nigga, frat niggas be doing this shit.
Nah, bro, we don't do that.
No, y'all niggas hit each other with y'all niggas hit each other with boards. Nigga.
Nah, we scholarly, bro. We do our education. We graduate with 4.0s, bro. Like that's what we do.
I know alphas. Hey, I know niggas, man. Like,
look, y'all niggas hit each other with boards and call it brotherhood.
Nah,
my life.
I ain't never called nobody brotherhood after smashing something down together. That's not what we've ever done. Now, Phil, how many times have you done this? You iller than most. Wait, hold on, Phil. You iller than most. How many times have you done this? How many trains have you ran?
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna say this. Before I gave my life over to the Lord and joined the deacon board, I was a wild boy. I ain't gonna
I mean, you know,
I'm gonna say this.
I can quote this song real quick.
It wasn't same room action, but it was like I'm in a room, my boys in the living room.
Oh, that's standard.
That's everybody.
Okay, so we was in the same house, not the same room though. We wasn't side by side,
but all the same female though, huh? Like y'all all just like same female.
She went room for room.
This is Texas relay days.
It sounds like a relay.
Hey, I can quote this song, you know, that Chris Brown and Drake song, and that nigga be like, freaky.
Phil, you went to Capitol Beach parties? You old enough.
I went to the Kappa. I think I'm the only person here that was old enough.
I was there.
Okay, because I went 98.
Like 16.
I went 98. I was 18.
It was people in middle school that I was going to school with that could go. I swear to God.
Yeah,
I almost went.
Bro, you had no business there in middle school.
My older brother almost took me, but my mama wouldn't let me go.
I was there,
you
bro.
was Kappa in middle school. You was wild.
Like 15 years old.
Yeah, I was there, bro. 98 was my 8th grade year going to my 9th grade year. Yeah, I was there, bro.
Yeah, we got family in Houston. Well, we all know that. In our senior year, somehow we finagled our parents to let us drive. They didn't know what we was going for, but we stopped at our family. They live off South Post Oak. We kept driving and made that trip. So, yeah, we had a good time.
I wish social media was alive again, bro.
It couldn't have been, bro.
It couldn't have been. Because we would all be in jail.
It's
not the same.
I would have loved to see the freak.
No, it would have just been. It would have still been like just nasty because social media would have. It would have the women Me Too move 98. It would have started back in.
It started. Yeah, they started like 92. Like me.
What's that place called? What's that place? That beach called in Texas that everybody go on spring break?
Cancun?
No.
Corpus Christi.
Cancun.
Corpus Christi?
No. It's like right on the border of like by Mexico.
South Padre.
South Padre.
Yeah. Man, I remember I went to South Padre.
Going down.
You ran train.
Nah. I remember that was the year of Blake and them beat Johnny Flynn in the NCAA tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I remember drinking I had a coffee pot, and that motherfucker was filled with like liquor, and then I was drinking and everything, bruh. There's so many memories at that place. That shit was live. That shit.
And y'all had an orgy.
Nah, nigga, I don't do orgies. I never did that shit. But that I'm just thinking, because I would have loved to go to Freaknik. I would have loved to go to Capitol. But I guess South Padre was that for me because, and then I went to Cancun. That shit was live too.
So we gotta,
wow, man. Go ahead.
So we might as well do it now. I don't have a drink to toast to it, but we will eventually.
Oh, Big Shoshi.
Casey graduate. I'm not calling no grown man Big Shoshi. So Casey graduated. Graduated. It looked like barely because that letter you sent us, they was like, you barely got out of here. But
it was that goddamn test, dog. That test was hard as fuck.
Congratulations.
Congrats, bro.
Completing your masters. And what's next for you, man? What's the plans after this?
Doctorate.
You getting your doctorate?
You look like a doctor.
I'm gonna surgically remove those goddamn sideburns.
So what's next after this? What's next after this?
I'm about to be on Indeed.com, Monster.com, nigga, CareerBuilder.com. Shit. My son wears size 9.5 suit. That ain't growing. I gotta get this money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So did y'all do anything special for Mother's Day?
Yeah. I risked my life.
Doing what?
Oh,
getting a haircut.
Oh, you did get a haircut.
Oh, man.
Phil, you already immune, bro. You been had corona, so you can go get haircuts. The rest of us, we don't know if we asymptomatic or not.
Hey, I'm going tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow morning. I
started letting mine grow back out again. I figured I ain't gonna shave it for a while and see what happens. So,
Phil, you sick yet?
So I got a funny Mother's Day story, and it reminded me when I was like in 8th, 9th grade. We lived on a military base, and military bases are like all the kids kind of hang together. And 9th grade, you at the point where you really on you really was trying to be on females. There was a broad down the street from our crib, and on Mother's Day there was a dude named Ronaldo, and I've never liked Ronaldo since then. This is not funny. It was traumatic. So it was Mother's Day, and I thought I was gonna be smart and go get the broad's mom like a single flower to show like, yo, I like you, so I'm gonna give your mom something, and then I'm gonna go try to, spit game with you. Mm-hmm. This dude Ronaldo, he goes and gets a bouquet of flowers for the girl in 9th grade. And I'm like, yo, she's not a mother. But he got her, bro. Like, and I've hated Ronaldo's ever since then. And Mother's Day hadn't been my favorite holiday since then too. Like since 9th grade, KC said he got problems with his cop story. Mine is from 9th grade with Ronaldo, bro. So if I ever see you, bro, like it's on. Like I know they moved to like Hawaii after they left New Mexico. And I'm gonna have to look him up on Facebook now that I thought about it. Like I'm really hot about
that. Cock blocked by a nigga named
Ronaldo. Like, and I've never liked Ronaldo since then, bro. Ronaldinho, who played for the Brazilian national team. If your name is close to Ronaldo, I don't like any Ronaldos, bro. Like if I see a Ronaldo on the street, I'm squaring up. Like off top.
How many Ronaldos have you seen after that?
None, hopefully, because if I know they Ronaldo, I'm squaring up off top.
Ronaldo Bachman played for the Knicks.
He don't want beef. Bro,
my Mother's Day, what did we do? Bought my mom a Polaroid camera that instantly shoots out the. So she likes it. She loves taking pictures. Bought her a book. I brought something for my lady, just for stepping in and helping out with my son and all that good stuff. And then I brought Carter a card to give to his mom. But that's not the thing. Mother's Day Eve, I'm in the restroom, and my lady texts me and says, hey, can you come out the restroom real quick because Carter's asking me a series of questions I really don't have the answers to. And I'm like, yo, all right, give me a second, I'm about to come out. So I come out, and I say, hey, Carter, what's going on? And he like, oh, nothing, just talking to Kiki. And I'm like, okay. I say, what you want to know? He say, well, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I hear noises.
Man, you a wild.
I say, what type of noises? He talking about like squeaky noises sometimes. I say, nah, bro, you don't hear no squeaky noise. I say, sometimes me and Kiki be in here flipping. And he was like, flipping? Like backflips?
Daddy, I want to come in and flip too, Daddy.
I want to play wrestling.
So I say, bro, the door be open, bro. You can come in here and see, the flips that we doing. He was like, well, I just don't think y'all be in here doing flips.
Yeah, obviously. He knows better. He definitely watched the Lil Baby video before he knew what was going on there. You done corrupted him for life. Thanks a lot. He gonna be the nigga named Ronaldo. All right, quick hits. Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. Who watched it?
I watched a little bit.
Okay,
I watched a little bit.
It was the shea butter. It was the shea butter competition of the year for real.
I love Jill Scott.
Shea butter.
Every time she got close to that microphone, I just kept thinking about her golf. Yes, I was like, God damn, do it now, do it. I was in there cooking. And he was in the room, and I'm like, please do it. Please do it.
That was the longest verses out of all of them, though.
That was long as fuck.
Bro, they went like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, we was on Laced Up, and then I went to go cook, and it was still on.
Bro, they was 3.5 hours, bro. Like, it's the shea butter queens, man. You get them, they start lighting incense, blunts, and like drinking wine. You never know what you're gonna get from them. It's the natural hair.
Erykah Badu was channeling her energy from Bruce Lee in the background.
Yeah, it's the natural hair, bro. Something about it, like that's what it is. They
I love Jill Scott smile, bro. I can't even lie to you, man. I don't know what it is about that. Bro.
Shit, I want to. Hey, man.
And then
I can only imagine.
we got Nelly versus Luda this Sunday.
Ooh,
I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be good.
It's live. That's live.
Who wins?
That's good.
I don't know.
I think Nelly.
I think Luda.
Luda bad.
Man, Nelly got hits, bro.
Nelly got hits. Bro.
Luda does too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They both got hits.
That's close. That's gonna be a good. It depends on what they play though.
I seen the stats. Luda has Nelly has 14 top 5 hits or something like that. Top 10, top 5 hits, and Luda has 18.
Mm-hmm. That's close, bro.
Number one hits. Nelly has 4. Luda has 5.
But you know what? Nelly gonna fuck him up though. He gonna get in that country bag.
I like it.
Nelly had like 3 country hits.
Yeah, I like
that's fine and dandy. But Luda got some
he won't stand a chance with that.
Luda do got some shit though.
And then Luda can go for the ladies too, because that one with Raphael Sadiq, nigga.
Bro, Nelly didn't Nelly make that album Suit versus Sweat?
Yeah,
like, didn't he do a double album?
Nelly had that Kelly Rowland joint, but that's whatever you want. That shit was hard.
Nelly, bro, it's gonna be good.
With the Jaheim. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this gonna be good, bro. This gonna be good. This gonna be good, bro. So I'm definitely gonna tune into that.
That nigga JC can sing, bro. You be singing Rihanna, bro. I know it.
Anything else before we get out of here, though?
6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh man, I was wishing nobody said that shit.
I had to. It was the biggest thing, bro. Nigga broke YouTube and Instagram.
And Apple Music and Spotify Music. He streamed more than any other artist in 24 hours.
That's crazy, bro. I don't know what to say.
We talked about it when he first went in, and LP. You had the speculation like, man, nah, fuck, they ain't gonna fuck with him. I was like, bro, these kids be playing it. These kids play in the mud. These kids play in the mud, bro. All you gotta do is go to academic page and look at the shit they be saying.
But are the street dudes gonna get him eventually?
No.
Like,
did you see he got leaked? So. His address was leaked. Like the girl was like, Tekashi's out here, and he had to move like that.
I mean, the street dudes gonna get him, bro.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
Shit.
But let me say this though. This the only thing. Like, he's a whole ass nigga. I'm not advocating for him at all. But as a wrestling fan,
yeah,
I will say this: the way he entered that IG live, that would have been probably like top 3 returns of wrestling. You know how like the best. My favorite return ever is when John Cena came back on Royal Rumble, and like nobody knew who was coming, who was the next person, and then the nigga theme music played, and then it was in Madison Square Garden, everybody go crazy. Like, that shit was live. The way he came in with them girls, they were just out there, and then this nigga just walked in. I was like, yo, that would have been like a dope ass wrestling return. I couldn't even knock it. He's still a whole ass nigga.
I know, yeah.
But it was like, yo, that shit was wild.
He's some type of marketing genius, bro. He's
a marketing genius. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy.
50 Cent is a marketing genius. You know, there's a book out. There's certain guys who just know how to do it, man. And like,
this Tekashi, bro. I just don't know.
Drea is also a marketing genius to me, too.
Oh, Drea. Yes, bro. She is.
I love Drea.
But he tried to justify all why he snitched and all that, but it don't mean nothing because you was playing with them niggas and shit got real. Yeah. And like, come on, man.
But like I said, bro, though, like, bro, the gangsters that I know, bro, they're not even finna play with that man. They're not even finna bring this man along. Like, if something go down, I know he's gonna tell. You feel me? Like, I know he's going to tell. Real gangsters know he's going to tell. If y'all are gonna do something illegal, bro, you know he gonna tell.
With all the money he was bringing in, are you sure about that?
Of course. That money can't be there when you're in front of them investigators. That money don't mean that.
But I'm just saying, that don't mean, I'm just saying, think about the mindset when they out on the block and then they got this Rainbow Kid and he got the backing of whoever he was backing. I don't know if it was Rock Nation. They were saying it was Rock Nation, but I don't think so. But he got the backing. Oh shit! And you from the neighborhood or whatever. And, hey, come be on this blood shit. We'll protect you and shit. We'll just be rolling. You'll be rolling with the Bloods and let's go.
That's dumb.
And then when shit got real,
that's a dumb investment to me. If I was an investor, I wouldn't do it because if you know y'all doing illegal stuff and stuff gonna always hit the fan no matter what you're doing.
Why would you lie like it?
Don't know who's gonna tell, bro.
Like, why would you lie like it? You just put a target on yourself by bringing this loud ass nigga.
You right. Exactly. Yeah, you did put a target on yourself.
That ain't gangster.
Yeah, that ain't gangster.
That ain't supposed to be loud when you a gangster.
Yeah.
I just know this for a fact though. He ain't gonna be touring.
Nah.
It's no way in hell he can tour.
Nah. It's probably against his probation to tour. He probably can't leave a certain zip code. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. This man, he
ain't going nowhere, bro. He can't go anywhere. He can't go nowhere.
That shit wild, though.
It's crazy to me. It's like he can do anything, bro. It's
he fucked the child. He snitched. He what else he do?
He wear a rainbow hair. He put a head out on Chief Keef now. And the nigga went and shot at them.
At the Chief Keef in New York, in Times Square.
In New York. And that guy got like 15 years.
Yep.
Tekashi told on that guy that he told to go shoot him. On camera. This shit is in 4K. Go look on YouTube. the hit is in 4K.
Damn, that's crazy.
Still got
that's
out.
Crazy. What else? I ain't got nothing else, man. What y'all got?
I got one more thing about Jordan. Hey, bro, that nigga laughed at Gary Payton, man.
Oh man, yeah.
Yo, that boy said I had no problem with the glove.
Yeah, Gary took the L of the year for that. Like, because it made Gary look like a clown talking about if I would have been on him the first 3 games. Like, what is Gary Payton talking about?
You know what I took from it? I think he, not so much like cost them games, like just, lost those games on purpose. But I would say he purposely wanted to win it all on Father's Day.
Yeah, I can see that.
I never thought about that. Yeah.
I mean, they highlighted that.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
But GP wasn't getting no. He got 2 games, right? They won 2 games, right?
Hey, GP was hooping on. GP, I used to love getting paid.
Nah, GP was a baller.
Until he went to like the Lakers and then like he started ring chasing. I ain't like that shit.
Yeah.
That's what you
The
got.
competitor in me, I just was like, oh no, that's weak. But now it kind of digressed because I want Carmelo to do it.
Yeah, Melo gonna be on the Lakers next year, period. He gonna get his ring.
Oh, my nigga to get a ring, man. Damn, dog.
And with that, that's been episode 93 of Pour Horsemen. We out.
Look how he wears his hat. Nigga
Support
wears his hat like
Jagged Edge. Support Simple Pour, Velvet Noir. And I know the pandemic has kind of got everybody waiting on deliveries and stuff. We deliver in the greater Houston area, or you can come pick up from us with Simple Pour, and Velvet Noir gets your stuff out basically like Amazon. You order one day, it's out within the next. So appreciate y'all support. Now we about to have our
and that Velvet Noir works.
Yeah, even Phil got sideburns. And we about to have our apparel page up too. So we appreciate y'all fucking with us on all of those things that we got going on. It just helps keep us putting out the podcast and keep bringing this content to you all. So be on the lookout for more information as we come along. So that's been episode 93. We out.
4.0 in them hoes, baby. Know what I'm talking about?
Crack in the kitchen, Lil Raw's on the mission. Break the bars out, screens in my expedition. Screens in my neck, yo, my trunk crack.